Today we are going to learn about center-state relations. Center-state relations are the relations which govern our country. Now, center consists of parliament, many such council of ministers. State consists of its council of minister and its people. Now, as our India is a federal system, and it consists of union and state, both have their own powers, and because of these powers there are conflicts, there are disputes, and to overcome these disputes, to maintain their own relationship between the center and the state, okay, are what under article 245 to the till the finance one are these articles which shows us the relations of the center and the state. Now these relations can be observed under three spheres: legislative relations, administrative relations, and finance relations. Hmm? It's easy very much. Legislative relations consist of parliament, state legislature. Administrative relations consist of the how to administer oneself, and finance relation consists of financial matters. Now first, in this video we are going to see about legislative relations between the center and the state. Okay, if these relations will not be there, then there will be chaos in the country. So these relations are very important, these articles are very important in the constitution. Okay, now as legislative relations that I am going to interpret is that they can also observed in four spheres, means four parts we can make of legislative relations between the center and the state. Now first, for the first point in the legislative relations is the territorial extent. Okay, territorial extent of the parliament to the state legislature in the legislative relations. Now the territorial extent that the parliament can govern the territory of everyone in this country. Okay, if that particular citizen is an Indian citizen, and if it is residing in any part of our country, that territory can also be done away by the parliament. Okay, and that's how parliament have power to govern the country. Now state legislature have power, their power are confined on the means of territory. And this is how the territorial extent works, that parliament has the most power, state are confined in their own area, and parliament can take anyone's territory if they want, anyone's property if they want, even they are residing outside the India, in the whole part of country, and the reason behind that is their Indian citizen. It's very easy, nothing to do. Now first part we saw about legislative relations of the center and state is the territorial relations. Now other relations are the state lists of the relations, lists of relations we can say. So as parliament, state legislature, assembly, council, these are the bodies which make laws for our country. Now how do they make laws for our country is a different question, but on what topics do they make laws is a very important question. Because our India is made up of many such topics only. Okay, every people in this world, or everyone have their own topics to discuss, and everyone have their own way of living. So to govern the country, it is important to make laws on the important topics for a citizen, like we drink water, we eat food, we have education, we study. Now that's why to make laws on such and such things, there are lists made, okay, by the Constituent Assembly under Article 246 of our Constitution. Now Parliament have union list, state legislature have state list, and both Parliament and state can make laws on the concurrent list. There are three lists mainly, as I said: concurrent list, state list, and union list. Union list is the highest ranked, second ranked is the concurrent list, and third rank is the state list, because state list is confined in its own. And after that, if the topics are outside these three lists, there are another list, that is residuary lists, okay, in which these residuary topics are governed by the parliament itself. These are the only interpretation of the lists under Article 246 of our Constitution. There is distribution of powers, there are subjects of the list. Okay, under union list there are 97 subjects, under state list there are 66 subjects, and under concurrent list there were 47 subjects. In originally only I am telling, because it can also change in future and all. Now, as this is an important thing to address, that lists are very important for governing a country. There are 4 lists, as I said. They are ranked, and how our parliament and state legislature makes laws in these topics only. Now these are the 2 points we saw. First, territorial extent, then second is the lists, okay, is the legislative relations we are first of all we are talking. Then the third topic of the legislative relations are the what about state list, that the parliament can make laws on the state list on the basis of some points only. Parliament can not directly make laws on these things. So parliament can make laws on state list on the basis that if Rajya Sabha passes a resolution, if there is imposed national emergency under Article 352, if there is presidential rule under Article 356, and if there is an international agreement, or if the state legislature itself want the parliament to make laws on this particular topic in the list. It's very easy to understand. No such problem. Now it depends how it does. It has a prolonged process, but it's up to the parliament how does it decide. These are the 3 topics we say, that how parliament can make laws on the state list or the list that it wants to make. Then what are the lists? There are 3 lists. There are 3 lists particularly: union, state, and concurrent. Then 4th list is the residuary one, which is having and very remote topics than that of the 3 list. Then one, territorial extent. Okay, these are the 3 points in the legislative relations. Now the last and not the least point of the legislative relations is the control of the parliament over the states. Now how does the parliament control the state? It controls the state. Now if under Article 368 or Article 222 or Article 111, we can see the governor can assent the bill. Assent the bill means it can give approval to the bill. How does it and that approval or the governor is appointed by the president, and president is a part of union. So we can also say that how, and this is how the union govern and control the state legislature, because the last power lies with the governor itself. Governor can withhold it, can assent, and under Article 222 it can also reserve the bill to the president. That's very easy. These are the only 4 things: governor ki power, then substitute who is the deputy, 1 ministers and all. They can help in making laws, and these are the legislative relations. Territorial extent, the most important legislative relations is the lists under Article 246. Lists: union list, state list, and concurrent list. Then other thing is that how the center can make laws on the lists, okay, of the state legislature, by passing a resolution, by president's rule, by national emergency, or by international agreement if it have. Then another last is the governor's power, okay, which is who is appointed by the president. These are the only 4 spheres of the legislative relations. This was the part 1, okay, of the legislative relations. I hope you understand. And under Article 245 to Article 255 of Constitution is what is all about the legislative relations of our Constitution. Thank you.